A look, and they are going to start. Anthony, the centerpiece, Victor Wembanyama. 2 games to 1. Game 2, they were terrific, and they controlled the turnover story. They get in the paint right here, Vassell, and then put in with
discipline inside of their aggression, right? Can they continue to play downhill? Can they continue to push or make some misses before Minnesota defense gets set?
Fox to the Western Conference Finals, 2 consecutive seasons. A turnover, Fox on the lead over McDaniels, who rejects the shot.
And right there, Minnesota relying heavily on Jaden McDaniels, known for his defense and making plays like that, but offense. Jaden McDaniels got in foul trouble in both games, getting back by himself.
It's Castle and Wembanyama. Up high.
Johnson talked about one thing that's a little underrated from Wemby is his screening angle. I think a lot of people look at a big come to set a screen, but it's the angle that set screens at, which allows for them to be able to roll and get to the basket. As Wemby blocks the shot at the top of the rim.
Wembanyama had 12 blocks in game 1, a couple in game 2, led the league in that category. Here he goes, and his fellow Frenchman Gobert up and off with the rebound by McDaniel.
And Wemby has had, can we call it issues, as Ant Edwards gets to the free throw line, but Wemby playing against a fellow Frenchman.
In a little over 4 games, he's on a record pace. He just picked up his first.
Be able to make the adjustments on the fly with what the defense is throwing at him. You know, just even talking about him coming across half court, knowing they're going to trap him, now moving to the middle of the floor and not allowing himself to be on the sideline.
Castle up top, left free to fire. The 3 no good. Rebound corralled by Mike Conley. And back to Edwards. In the regular season, the 3rd leading scorer in the NBA, but he has struggled here. He led these 2 teams has been one of the storylines so far. Wembanyama up top. He'll set up and over Gobert, who has done a good job in defending the outside shooting of Wembanyama. For Minnesota, here comes McDaniels. The cutting Randall, and into Gobert, and back to Randall, and tap by Wembanyama.
Well, you see the impact of Wemby on that play, deterring shots, making shots difficult, and then on the other end, getting an and one and going to his bench to get some love.
Oh, it's so important.
McDaniels just picked up his first personal foul, and that is a real problem for Minnesota.
Yeah, Ken, as you talked about it, you know, obviously he played 19 minutes last game, and as Coach Finch said, it's one of the best 19 minutes that was played of anybody that's on the Minnesota team, but they need him on the floor. They need him to be a little smarter on the defensive end of the floor.
Here comes Fox behind the back in a congested lane. It's picked up and put in, and Devin.
Can Minnesota match the physicality of the Spurs? Thus far, the Spurs have imposed their will early in this game.
Minnesota with another miss. And here comes Champagnie looking for Castle. The athletic catch. Gobert swats it away. Wembanyama got a hand on it. It's out of bounds as the Timberwolves have started up and getting that.
Do you speak French?
A little bit.
So
I wish I could flex, but I can't.
It's Conley in the corner and a 3 on the way. And reeled in by Wembanyama. The fleet-footed Fox. And knocked out of bounds.
So much energy, so much intensity that you can tell that Denver was going to have to go and worry about the next game. They haven't come out with that same intensity and energy in this one.
Wembanyama working on Gobert. And making quick. Antonio's first 11. And Minnesota coming out flat. Games with a heel injury, or at least as a full participant. He tried to play the other night.
3, they just hooping. They don't know fear, and that's the good part about inexperience sometimes.
Naz Reid is coming off the bench as well as the Timberwolves make 2 substitutions. Another rebound for Wembanyama already with 5. Colliding into Randall. Gobert is off the floor. Minnesota has gone small, and it's Vassell for 3. With the rebound clutched onto by Edwards. McDaniels attacking and over Wembanyama. Tough shot, altered on the play. Rebound Vassell. And then Castle losing it. Retrieves it, and Fox, where they're trying to get in that paint every chance they get. Attack, attack, attack.
How do they understand what works for them? And that's what you want to see. You want to see a team that knows what success looks like, as Minnesota is just trying to get something going right now. But they understand what works for them, Kevin. Get it to the basket. It works for all those guys. You got Castle. You have Fox. You also have Dylan Harper. Those guys make the game easier for everyone else outside of Wemby.
Minnesota has started 0 of 9. Reed. Fox. Wembanyama.
Are we watching a guy have impact on every single possession? Wemby did not get the block, but deters more shots than anybody I've ever seen in this league.
There's a 3-try by Champagnie, the #1 3-point shooter in the playoffs, and a turnover by Minnesota. And Wembanyama is picked up by Jaden McDaniels and doubled by Dosunmu, and Vassell for 3. And a rebound by Reed.
Well, that's what you do a little bit, too, when Wemby's down there, Ken, is you try to force it a little bit when you see opportunities, and Minnesota turning the ball over on that last drive, trying to get that opportunity before Wemby can get back. So he
Spurs. Wembanyama remains. Randall's on him. Johnson. And there's a lunging Randall coming off a 21-point game 2. Chiseling his way in the paint with a fake. And outside, it'll be a 3. Down the hole it goes. Keldon Johnson, the 6th-man award winner in the NBA.
Well, once again, 2 feet in the paint, and it allows for everyone else to get going.
Another miss. Finally, they get going with the tap in by Rudy Gobert.
And the crowd is sitting on their hands just waiting for a play to explode. If you're the home team, you've got to get this team and this crowd involved in this game early.
Vassell doesn't make the 3. Anthony Edwards the other way. Reed. Cornette waits, 3 around him defensively. Just see them swarm. There is no place to go.
And as a result of Wemby's impact early, the ball stuck. And it's apparent on the...
Started 3 games in a row with all the injuries. DiVincenzo out for the season, torn Achilles. Vassell inside, in close, and overdose Sumu.
And with Wemby out of the game, their package is a lot of away screens. They're going to utilize their guards, the talent. You see Dylan Harper in there with those away screens that Vassell scored on.
It's a steal. It's picked up by Johnson. Trying to get through the trailing Castle, up, hit high, fouled on the play by...
To be a magnet to a screen.
Castle in game 2 is 9 of 9, and game 3. And tomorrow on ABC, it'll be out. For more on these games, go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Shannon drives, corner, Dosunmu no with the 3, with the rebound, yanked down by Johnson. And now Dylan Harper driving into Shannon, up high for Cornette. Bad path and a bad heel, and Reed a 3. Triple. His first basket tonight, and a timeout.
Shoulder, and he's still the same guy, man. I love that.
18-6 San Antonio has led from the get-go. They were up early. And they've held on, going in. Johnson out to Vassell. Met by Shannon. Shot clock at 3. On top is Harper, the rookie. Shannon there on the switch. Heaves it away, Minnesota.
Have an advantage, Candace, and it's called this crowd. They have to make sure that they're doing things like that to get this crowd involved in the game. We couldn't hear ourselves last game. It was so last time we were here. Like that.
Tied by Gobert. And a terrific feed to get him in that position. Johnson, Cornette. And back to Keldon. And they'll set with De'Aaron Fox. Reed is there. Edwards has come in for McDaniels. 5 to fire. In goes Keldon Johnson. It's picked up by Dosunmu. Minnesota now is in another gear. It's Gobert from Shannon.